world's technology, you can totally do that. You get all the recommendation capabilities, you get the experience sharing, all that, however much of it you want to take. There's also that society would also then, of course, show up in the world consumer product. But yeah, it's the API is a really important part of that for the reason in the app economy, the long tail is going to be really, really critical. We want people to innovate around the technology we've developed as well.
So I've got to ask you really quick, what is your favorite view? Because I noticed that you created a challenge on Scavenger.
It's called Pliny the Elder.
Yes.
You got to spell it right though. It's P-L-I-N-Y.
So,
I'll tell you how to spell it. Hey, Chris, you're next.
Influence. I know world society is building influence measurement. How are the other apps building in influence? Are they considering that? And I guess for world, maybe where are you guys thinking?
So the question's about influence, and this is just for the camera. The question's about influence, and we know that world has a society influence built in. Where are the other apps taking that? Is there an influence model?
No, I'll let you guys go first.
Oh, I mean, we have a lot of internal tools where we're playing around with a lot of this stuff. Like we know if someone is, if they skew towards burger check-ins or ramen check-ins or sushi check-ins, and we can start using that data to, to weight recommendations. Like already, like when you open up the Foursquare app and you see the places screen, that's just not, it's not places ranked by distance. Like it takes into consideration like what time of the day it is, and do people go to coffee shops during the morning time, or do they go to bars in the afternoon time? And so like all that stuff is kind of weighted, and we're starting to use like the same type of algorithms that we use to rank that stuff, just on the places screen to be able to rank like what your history looks like. So I mean that's the stuff that we're psyched about. Like when we talk about the making the world easier, it's like I think it's starting with that stuff, with that core data piece, and then just keeping continuing to massage the data.
yeah, so one of the interesting things what we're doing on that you'll start to see rolling out is points. Points are obviously a great way to measure influence, but on Scavenger you can get points by going places and doing stuff. You can also get points by building things that other people do. And I think, World, you may have a similar model in that you get points for creating recommendations, but here, if you're someone who primarily builds on Scavenger rather than primarily playing, you can earn points by having people do your challenges. Or if you made a fun challenge that happens to talk about the great art on the wall, or is tinfoil origami at a burrito shop, then you'll actually earn points from that, and you can see the people who have created the most fun things to do at places, and that's sort of an interesting measure of influence that we're experimenting with, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think you guys already know what we do. The whole point of Whirl is to inspire others and level up as a result of doing that. And we're deep into the the exploration around what does influence really mean. There's kind of the initial sort of, did you get people, the first order, did you get people to do stuff, to join a society, to go to a place, whatever. But then it's also, are you influencing, if you think about weighted influence, which is something we're playing around with right now, what is the impact of, how important are the people you're bringing in? Are you bringing in other influential people, or are you bringing in sort of people who just kind of wither away? We're experimenting and have some really interesting ideas around both making the consumer experience around influence much more interesting. You're going to see a new feature coming out in a week around this on the consumer side that I won't spoil the fun with yet. And then it's also a matter of what we report to. No, it's more fun when it comes out in the App Store. And then on the other side is reporting back to our partners and giving them a really rich sense about who it is exactly that is coming to their place, but also the influence those people have, like what impact they're having in terms of their overall community. Societies are these thriving, kind of self-growing, organic communities, and they can see very clearly how that growth is happening through people's viral activity.